what had happened in those missing 8 years. He'd been there for his daughter, getting her through those years, and beyond, to something now remarkably healthy, happy, and if not whole, at least wise and wonderful, and able to deal with the past in a sane way when others brought it up. "She's finishing her first year in college," he mentioned, smiling as he said it, remembering Becky as she had been this last weekend, straddling a stool in the kitchen of their Boston home on a flying visit home from college to grab more clothes and different posters, munching on a carrot and arguing the fact he just had to get a haircut, and please, could he remember to lose the old leather jacket before he came to meet her new roommate's family? They already thought he was a Spencer-type tough guy with credentials as a licensed private investigator. Introducing himself as a retired cop would be okay, but a PI implied he liked to snoop. He'd laughed at her request and fed her clam chowder that night, promising to be on his best behavior when he met the roommate's family, pleased that his daughter was moving from a single room to a double and acquiring a roommate. He had, in fact, done a bit of snooping. He knew more about her new roommate than the girl's parents probably did, and concluded his daughter would be safe with her. The roommate loved to party and be out and about town, but she refused to drink or do drugs and was exclusive in her relationship with her boyfriend. She was the extrovert to his daughter's more reserved nature, and, Matthew thought, a very nice girl. One of the reasons he'd agreed to come speak at this Atlanta conference as a last-minute replacement was because his daughter had truly now settled at college, with plans to stay on campus to take summer classes. Matthew took a final look at the article and photo, then refolded it. He wondered why this woman would have such an old clipping. He offered it back to her. "Can I show you something else?" "Sure." She pulled another clipping from the envelope. Tired of towering over her, he hunkered down beside her, one arm resting casually on his knee, drink in hand. He took the second clipping. A missing person case out of Chicago, picked up by the Associated Press, this also from the Boston Globe. Shannon Bliss, age 16, missing along with her car. She had not arrived home after visiting friends over the 3-day Memorial Day weekend. A reward of $25,000 was offered for information. The photo looked like it had come from a high school yearbook. A pretty girl, he thought. He looked at the date on the clipping. This had happened 11 years ago. He studied the woman who had offered it. He could see a good resemblance. He didn't work many missing person cases anymore. Becky had asked him to give those up for a few years, to consider going back to being a cop working robberies or teaching at the police academy, and let his company, Dane Investigations, be run by his staff, at least the day-to-day. A missing sister could explain why this woman had sought him out, and he did know some people in Chicago who might be able to help her. A few of them were at this conference, and he could make some calls and introductions on her behalf. "Your sister?" he asked. "That's me." Silence lingered after her quiet words. "I'd like to go home," she whispered. He watched her knuckles turn white where she gripped the envelope. Her other hand flexed against the carpet. Her eyes averted from his to stare down the empty hall. A stillness settled into his muscles. "Did you run away?" She was quiet for so long he wasn't sure she would answer. "No." More a breath than a word, but he heard it. He felt his heart begin to crack on her behalf. The nuances mattered now, seeing them, hearing them, and he didn't have history with this woman to fall back on to help him understand her. "What name do you go by now?" "Shannon White." "Have you spoken with the police?" She shook her head swiftly. He didn't let himself show a reaction to that news, just absorbed it. There were things his job had taught him, experiences with his daughter.